Alright, here we go. So I'm just gonna start this off early so I can work out some settings in Minecraft to make sure I get a better frame rate. Just to see how this goes with um, streaming. So I'm seeing a higher frame rate. Okay, I think these are good settings I have going. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to show up before I really start getting into things. Um, so I'm just to kind of start this off. I'm just kind of so this is a mod pack that I've developed myself. Um, it has, I think the total was 68 mods currently. I might take a few away that I haven't really started touching on a lot of these. Like I really haven't started touching Harvest Craft yet. Um, I haven't really used ex nihilo because I probably said that very wrong. Mostly because there isn't really a need to. Um, I don't really know what this is, so I think it's just an addition. It's a core, so it's just kind of leave it as is. I have been using Steve Kurtz too. Again, I haven't been using Harvest Craft. I've done a little bit with big reactors. I have done stuff with applied energetics too. I haven't really messed with actually additions. I've done a lot with buildcraft. It's one of my favorites. Biomes of Plenty. I did a little bit earlier this today with this. I haven't done much with Natura either, but most of that is just world generation, and there isn't much to do with it anyways. I have used Ender Tanks a bit, Ender IO a little bit, not much. I haven't really gotten into that. Buildcraft, yeah, I've been using I haven't been using the robots and the buildcraft facades yet. Tinker's Construct a little bit. I haven't really started getting into crafting specific tools and items yet. I've just been using it to smelt stuff. Railcraft, I've done a bit in there. Nothing too deep. Extra utilities, odds and ends here and there. Mostly for energy generation. I haven't, yeah, agriculture is part of forestry. I haven't touched on forestry. So is arboriculture is another part of forestry that I haven't really been using either. Um, Lepidoptery is also part of forestry. I do use forestry for some automatic farming, but that's a bit so far. That's it. Now, Jurassic Craft, I've only spawned dinosaurs with it, so no, I haven't been really using it, which is okay. It's not really that big of a it's a good sized mod pack, but I haven't really found it worth experimenting. That's more of a survival playthrough mod. Open computers I haven't touched at all, but I really should. It seems very interesting to me, specifically because I have a high interest in computers. Oh, modular force field system. I haven't touched this, but I'm sure it's interesting. I've tried to use it in previous mod packs, but it just hasn't really happened. Power converters, I added this on because there's different mods, specifically, what is this mod over here? Industrial Craft 2 is different from all the other mods I've installed, has a different power. And some mod apparently uses steam. Oh, that's right, the big reactors mod pack takes in steam. And then RF is the main power type that most everything in this mod pack uses. portal gun. That's just kind of a fun one that I put in just to see how it'd go. That doesn't really work on this guy apparently. Yeah, I like using it because I can do stupid stuff like oh, there we go, spacebar worked. Oh, no, it didn't work. I'll try that again. Well, like that, but it didn't quite work out. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, just interesting stuff. Mostly stupid stuff with this portal. I've seen people use it for elevators. Yeah, a lot of these are just stuff that from Portal, which is kind of fun. Zeta Industries is an interesting mod. I've touched a bit on it. It's mostly just additions that this one guy thought would be really useful. I figured there's one thing that I was really interested in was the battery. Oh, police car. That is similar to the big reactor's nuclear reactor, but instead it's a battery, which I thought was very interesting, so that's something I decided to put in here. Now, Twilight Forest is a fun one. I might actually search up and try how and get into it tonight if I feel like it. And Simply Jetpacks is that. It's Simply Jetpacks. Yeah, I mean, there isn't much more in this mod pack. I would like to add some more, but there isn't really much more to it. I wish I knew what these world anchors were for. If somebody could tell me, that'd be amazing. One thing before, because nobody's really watching right now. Actually, nobody's watching, but I've been experimenting with the Railcraft. I think that's what this is. Yeah. The Railcraft high-speed rails, and I found something interesting. Well, I didn't really find it. It's just that's part of the game. That if we take, let's see, we need to come down here all the way. This is my test track that I use for just high-speed rails at this point. Let's go back to transportation. Oh, also Archimedes ships is a mod in here that I haven't really touched on, but it's one I really wanted to use for a long time after I first saw it. This is finally my first chance to use it. I'll show off what I've done with that so far after people start watching. So if you get in a high-speed rail in a car on a high-speed rail connected to the rail boot, the high-speed rail boosters, and then you get on the high-speed rail boosters, you'll go super fast. By the time you reach the end, when you hit the corner, it explodes. It's also the same thing happens if you come back down here. If there's just no track at the end, it will explode. Yeah, this explodes. And I haven't really found a good way to fix that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've tried also if we get rid of a lot of these and you switch them to, let's say, just regular tracks, you would think it would work, but it doesn't. It still explodes. And I can't really find a good use for these high-speed rails if they just explode every time you use it. See, it just exploded again when it hit the other rails. And there isn't a cart I have found yet that actually doesn't explode. And there isn't maybe these blaze rails will do it. I haven't tried these blaze rails. Yeah, I just haven't found anything that works enough that I can not explode and still use the high-speed rails most of the way. or explode when hitting other track. Boom, it exploded again. Okay, I just saw something over here. What is this? It's a Pegasus. I didn't even know these were in here. So I did install Dr. Zark's Mo Creatures mod, which keeps things interesting with new mods and whatnot. Oh, hi Killian. I just now saw that. I know it's you. And yeah, that's about it for Railcraft that I've messed with so far. Yeah, Mo Creatures is great. I love it too. It's definitely very interesting. Oh, there's more Railcraft stuff down here. Oh crap, I dropped past it. So you can actually use electric rails and use it to power the electric locomotive, which I'm using to push around. I'm using the electric engine to push around this cart that I made in Steve's carts. It's a chunk loader, which isn't activating chunks. Oh, because I disabled it. That would be a problem. Oh yeah, and so it's a chunk loader, and it activates the chunks that it goes through, which is really useful since I do transition between. Yeah, Railcraft's great. It was in another mod I had played once, the Mindcrack mod pack, which was also part of the FTB launcher, which transitioned into the Switch launcher, or Twitch. That's what I meant, Twitch launcher. There's so much stuff you can do with it. I mean, I haven't really gotten into it. Steve Carts 2 is kind of works hand in hand with it, but not really, because you can't link the carts together. So Steve Carts and Railcraft don't really mix, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I mean, they work. The Railcraft works well. That's what this is. I created just a little track for this to go around. It's quite fun. I haven't really messed with it. So this is where I do. This is my power generator, and it creates so much energy. These are tier 3 solar generators from the extra utilities mod. Oh yeah, that's why I'm explaining about the pipes and stuff. And so they create electricity during the day, because I have this redstone contraption set up, and then at night, when the redstone comes on, the energy is sucked out with these transfer nodes, which is part of extra utilities. The energy gets sucked out, and then it goes to multiple machines. It goes to this soul binder, which is part of Ender IO, which helps with what do you use it for? That specifically you use to create powered spawners. This dimensional transceiver, it sends and transfers energy. Or here it says it transports items, fluids, and power wirelessly across any distance and between the dimensions, which is really nice. I use it to power most everything that I don't want to have to hook up to this. This vat creates nutrient distillation, which I'll explain what that is for later. And then it also goes down here. I'll explain what the rest of this is after I show you where the power goes. So the power line goes through here, and it comes out right here. And so this comes over to this capacitor bank, which stores all my energy. Now, this is a lot of storage, which is a lot more than I probably need. But my stuff was generating so much that it was filling up what I already had. So I created this new one that's much bigger. This is also a battery from Zeta Industries, which is it wasn't as big as what I did with this one, and so I funneled all the energy out of it. But this one holds 900 million RF, and I had that full, and I transferred it into here, which currently is holding 680 or 679 million RF. This right here, this big machine with spinning stuff, is a turbine. It's powered by steam, which I generate a lot of from. I can take the RF generated, I can switch it into steam, and then I'm taking that. It seems counterintuitive, but I'm taking that steam and turning it back into RF. It's just kind of a proof of concept type of thing. I don't really, because I have so much energy, it's more of a proof of concept. And at one point I started generating so much steam, I had this tank full, and I also filled up these 9 barrels bedrockium drums full of steam, and that holds I don't even know how much that is. That big number up there, full of steam. So all that energy, well, there's a lot of stuff I can do with it. So first, I've been using it to power this machine here. It's called an ME. So basically, it's a big computer that stores your stuff. So these are all the items I have stored in it so far, which is, compared to what other people have done, it's not that much, but I do have a lot of items that are reoccurring that I do have a lot of, such as cobblestone and dirt. I have a lot of. But basically, the ME works by having actual storage drives that you stick stuff in, that you put the stuff into the machine and it puts it in the storage cells like a regular, yes, portal gun is in here too. And so far you can also store liquids, and I've stored 756 kilo buckets of steam. So that's 756,000 buckets of steam. That's how much I've created and stored in here. That's not even counting what else I've used already. So how are we gonna show off the portal gun? Oh my gosh, no. Okay. So there's actually, here, let me go show you the mod pack that for portal gun. This portal gun, there's several different portal guns. All pertain. So there's the regular one, the Atlas, which is, and the Peabody, which are both the robots in the co-op. Yeah, it is a lot of steam. It's very much a lot of steam. And then there's the bacon gun. I don't really know where that came from. I don't think that's in Portal. I think somebody just made that because it's fun. There's also potato gun, which is part of Portal. And then there's just a whole bunch of different items related to Portal. There's the sentry turrets, were actually quite fun. If you can find animals here, like this sheep, this unsuspecting sheep, you can place it down, and I'll actually find stuff and shoot it. Yeah, that's about it for the portal. These things don't work. The aerial faithplate does, which is actually quite an interesting item. If you place it down, nope, it's facing the wrong way. You can, well, walk off. Oh, it breaks. It's not very reliable. There you go. It'll shoot you. I had to kill a sheep as an example of all the other sheep that need to die by turrets. And then, so also, back to the ME, you can also craft stuff with these crafting units and these molecular assemblers. So if I go in here, you have to create patterns. I've only created one pattern so far. It's the not in here pattern. Where is it? Yeah, I should be able to craft it. I may be missing a piece. Back to that later. But so this is my forge from Tinker's Construct. So basically you can put ores and whatnot into it, and then it smelts it down, and currently I'm using it to smelt down ores and then create ingots out of it, which is quite nice. It's also, you can also use it to create other metals Yeah, Tinker's Construct is great, so you know how it works. And so you can use it to create all sorts of things. What else? Oh, okay, so the Ender Tanks and the Ender Quarries, or I mean the Ender Tanks and the Ender Chests are what I use to transport most of my items across dimensions. I haven't gone to the Nether or the End yet, but there is another dimension. It's the Dimension 6, the Mining World, by Aroma 1997's Dimensional World. It's basically a world just for mining. Yeah, it is great. You can make all your own swords and stuff, and it's really cool. So this is my automation world, even though it's technically mining. This is where I do all my automation. So here I have a farm from forestry, and you can wow, everything's lagging. So you can create farms that will automatically farm. In this case, I have potatoes, so it'll take the dirt, lay out the dirt, put water out, plant the stuff, and harvest it. You just need fertilizer and water and power, which is RF, which is from all the power that I have. This is the dimensional transceiver, so this is the wireless transport for stuff. Here I have a cart from Steve's Carts that's currently farming carrots. Oops, I squashed that. And these cargo managers are used to put coal into the engine, as well as take out the crops that it's harvested. This pump is taking out water and sending it to my Emmy to put it in, as well as putting it in this tank for stuff to take it out, so that other things can take it out, like my other carts that I have over here take out water, but they don't need it anymore after I figured out these tracks. The what's it called? The suspended track can go over stuff, and so I just used it to go over the water and to feed the plants. Because I originally had these farming machines doing it, and they'd run out of energy, and then they couldn't water the plants, and so it wasn't really working. They couldn't water the plants fast enough. So this liquid thing isn't really useful anymore, but I still keep it. You can also use a dimensional transceiver for items. In this case, I'm using it to send the machine bone meal, which actually I think I disabled that, so I need to get another ender chest and start sending bone meal in here. But this one, it puts coal in, but it also takes out the wheat and extra seeds. Here I set up a skeleton grinder with Killer Joe's from Ender.io. This is where that fermenter comes in from earlier that we looked at. It's the nutrients. It needs it to kill the mobs. Oh, it doesn't have a sword. Okay, here. Which one was the one I was using? Amethyst. These ones are really nice. They have +9 attack damage, and they basically have like the highest durability and damage of all the swords in this mod pack. The best ratio. And then these vacuum chests from Ender.io, they suck up the items and then send them back to my Emmy, the computer. And I have the dimensional transceiver powering the spawner that spawns the skeletons, from which I got from a broken spawner from one of my quarries. Found a spawner, zombie spawner. I also have another one of these farms over here doing trees, which is quite handy to get wood. But most of the stuff, the ore spawn mod, I don't think I know what that is. Could you describe it to me? I don't have it. I know I don't have it, but I would like to know what it is. If it seems interesting enough, I might add it. Um, so here I have a quarry from Buildcraft. And what it does is it takes energy and it mines the area out for you. And then it sends the items through the Buildcraft pipe into the chest, which is the chest connected to my Emmy, which takes out all the items. So usually, I made this one much bigger, but usually, it goes like this. It's usually that big, and it actually keeps the chunks loaded. Okay, I might add that for the. Because there's also another mod that I'm going to show eventually that's kind of similar, but it's another dimension. It's called Twilight Forest. You might have heard of it. It's a pretty popular adventure mod. It's one that I like. I haven't really used it yet in this world. I'll probably do that later in the stream. So basically, the quarry, it creates this box. You hook it up to item line, and then you put down power it. There's a lot of ways to power it, but this is the way I power it. Yeah, Twilight Force is great. I haven't opened it yet. I'll probably open it here. And then depending on how much power you have, it adjusts the speed of the quarry. But it goes pretty fast if you have it at max power. And it just goes through and mines the items, and it sends them through the chest and sends them through the pipe and into the chest, which is then eventually picked up by the Emmy. My keyboard's dying. And I just have several of these set up. So I have this one. I fill them with water because if they hit lava, for some reason there's a bug in it in Buildcraft where it won't mine any of the blocks underneath lava flows. See, like this. The lava flowed out and didn't mine any underneath, so I'm probably gonna put water on top of this and do it again. So I put water in them, and I can easily get rid of the water. Yeah, and these can get. The other one that was over there is yeah, I know it's a really weird. I don't really get it. I don't understand why they would do that. But the one over there is as big as a quarry can get. The other ones I've just been doing kind of random sizes as I go. These actually, over here, I actually had quarries and I covered them up, and I what happened to them? Dang it. I got too far. With a builder's wand, so there's just holes if you go 2 blocks deep into the ground. And I accidentally created another layer of dirt, so there's 2 layers of dirt instead of just one like there should be. But okay, I think that's about it for here. Oh, the portal gun does not work between dimensions. Each dimension has its own portals. I did try that out. So what else can I show you from this mod pack? So, I didn't show you how I generated the steam. So basically, there's a mod all the way here at the end. The power converters. So basically it's a multi-block. So you have the energy bridge. There's 3 basic components: the energy bridge, the consumer, and the producer. And each of these, the producer and the consumers, each have to be touching the energy bridge, which is in between. And so what happens is the energy will go in. It'll go in, and that'll produce it. So if I hook this up with these energy conduits from Ender.io, it should start. Yeah, here we go. Do you see how fast that's generating steam? Each of those is a million buckets. Yeah, there's a million buckets in here. 2 million buckets actually. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off before I create too much steam. I've already created too much. Yeah, I mean, the only things that I have that use the steam are the turbine, and now I've found that the Railcraft actually works along with Industrial Craft 2. That's why I added it, so I can basically only use it with Railcraft. So you can actually take in the steam and then convert it to low voltage, which is one of the power sources that Industrial Craft uses. The turbine, so basically it takes in steam and generates RF, which is what everything else uses. So it's kind of redundant because I'm using RF to create the steam, and then I'm taking steam and turning it back into RF. But it's more of just a proof of concept. So in here, it takes in the steam, and then it creates rotation. So and then it generates RF, which is currently just being used. So I can turn it off and it'll stop generating power, but it'll still use steam. But I like having extra power, and you can control the rate of flow that the steam comes in at to adjust the speed of the rotors, which also affects how much energy is being put out. So yeah. And then were you? No, I don't think you were watching when I. Yeah, you did. You were watching. Okay. I'll go over the mod list again because nobody was watching when I did that. There's 68 mods in total when everything is loaded up, but that also includes the libraries. So there's in Redstone. Oh, there's the Redstone paste mod. So like I can take a comparator. I don't know if it'll stick here, but I can stick it on stuff. And there's Redstone paste. I can actually paste Redstone. Yeah, you are the only viewer right now. And so there's landmines, redstone paste, different redstone stuff, and then in here in transportation, no, it's okay, I wasn't expecting anybody to watch. There's Archimedes ships, which is a fun mod I haven't gotten to really play around with yet. This is as far as I've gotten over here. I'm gonna turn the rain off. Oops. So you can create little airships. This is the like itsy bitsy. You can create huge ones if you search it up. But so I'm gonna clear my inventory. So you can assemble ship, and then here, let's get rid of mount ship. Yeah, and I can fly it. Oh my gosh, I love this. I've seen this mod so many times, and I've always wanted to play it. This is the first time I've actually had it in a mod pack if I could play it. Oops, I dismounted. It just keeps going. Stop going. X. Disassemble. Okay. Let's see. Brewing. There's a potato launcher. This should be interesting. I'm assuming I need potatoes. Should be in food. Yeah, I don't know if I can't tell if it's working or not. Golden head, tools. Oh, there's chest movers. So you can. Yeah, I haven't ever used that. There's also the builder's wands. There's a lot of different builder's wands, but basically you can use the wand. Oh my gosh, my keyboard keeps slipping. And let's say I want to take a string of stone like this out, and I want to create a platform. I can use the builder's wands. You can definitely build ships 200 plus blocks. I can take the builder's wand and go out and kind of build out a platform much easier. And this goes there. This does 15,000 or 1,561 blocks. There's other ones that go 16,384 blocks. So It's definitely a lot. There's a lot of farming stuff. A lot of that one mod, I can't pronounce it correctly. This is part of it, and this is also the second part of it. It's called something else, but they didn't have a version for this. It's like Exnihilo, EXNILO. It's a fun mod, but there isn't really use for it since, I mean, there just really isn't a use for it. I've never gotten this, the walrus in Extra Cells 2. It's literally, it's just what it is. It's a walrus.
Is anyone there?
I don't know. No, I do not have the furniture mod in it. I'm trying to keep as many mods out as I can
Searching.
that are not necessary, because I'm already getting lag while streaming. I'm only getting the red numbers up there are my frame rate. I'm only getting 20 frames, and I mean, if I go to, yeah, I have no idea why there's a walrus in this pack. It's just there, or not in this pack, in this mod. So the Extra Cells is part of, it is an addition to Applied Energistics 2. There's extra storage cells and whatnot. I'm gonna do some research really quick and figure out how to open up the Twilight Forest. Okay, I'm gonna drag this over here so I can still see stuff. Dig a 2x2 hole in the ground. Okay, I can do that. Is my keyboard dying again? Okay. So we're gonna go down here. 2x2 it said. Fill. Oh, with flowers. Okay, so I have to 2x2 surround it with flowers. Nope. Yeah, and then water and throw in a diamond. I don't want a forest fire, please go away. Compressed, oh, okay. Dang it, I broke it. I have to do it again. Dude, I'd be so mad at myself if that actually happened in like a survival world. I just threw out a diamond. And I was like, oops, I broke it. Oops. I have magnet mode on. There we go. Oh, that made the dog bark. The dog didn't like the thunder. Okay, I'm gonna jump in. Awesome. It's the first time I've gone in here in this world. I've already said that. It should be interesting. I'm gonna set a waypoint. I don't remember which keybind that is, but I gotta set a waypoint so I can get out of here. Because if I understand correctly, there's only one portal. Yeah, I've played it before. Yeah, I've played Twilight Forest before, and I got lost, and it sucked. So I had to die to get back. But I'm gonna be smart this time. I'm gonna add a what's it called? A waypoint. I just said that. Yeah, a waypoint. I'll make sure I add a waypoint so I don't lose where I'm at. Okay, I'm gonna let this load up. I'm gonna change some stuff really quick. I'm gonna go here so I can actually see what my stream looks like. Quick, I'm gonna Oh, no, mute myself because I don't want to hear me. Okay. I need... Wow, it looks different than last time I played it. Maybe I'm using a different version. Okay, so let's touch all my keys and figure out which one creates a waypoint. Oh, Z is my... L, K, J is the map. H, G, F, P, O. It's not O. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right. I. There we go. The name is... Portal. We're gonna make it green. Save. Okay. Yeah. This definitely looks different than last time I was in here. Or maybe I just don't remember it correctly. Wild boars. Regular chickens. Is there stuff at the bottom? No. Okay. I like these bugs. I like the bugs. They're so like they're a nice aesthetic that you don't usually get in like normal Minecraft. And these jars kind of hanging around everywhere. I don't remember that, but it's definitely cool. Huh. The blue vines, that's cool. That's cool because they changed the color, but they don't actually change what the item is. I know there's like lots of different buildings and whatnot that you can find in here. And there's different adventures you can go on. See, here we go. Here's some ruins. That have a questing ram, right? So like, I heard it. Ooh, there's a fun sword in here that isn't very reliable, like if you're doing survival, but it's really nice for creative. It's a glass sword from the Twilight Forest. It breaks first use, but it has a whole ton of damage. Yeah, so I killed that in 2 hits when normally it would have taken me a lot more. Dispenser with wool. I'm gonna take it. I feel like there should be something more to this than me just killing a questing ram. Yeah, Lich Tower and a gas. Yeah, I've seen somebody play through those, and it took them like forever. Let's figure out why these leaves are red. Oh, maybe it's because they're twilight oaks. Ooh, this tree's cool. I thought I saw something. It's really big. It's a twilight oak. A cicada. Okay, cicadas don't really look like that. Oh, it's hollow. Dude, that makes it even better. Like, I could make a house and it'd be hollow on the inside. Freaking vines. And I could put a ladder in there. Dude, what's this? Oh, look at this. Is this another just big tree? Yeah, it's another just big tree. Dude, that tree looks like a rainbow from here, but I can't really tell if it's actually because it's rainbow color. It's rainbow colored. That's legit. Like, if you're gonna rainbow color something, rainbow color a tree. I don't think anything else would look okay rainbow colored. That oddly fits in perfectly, that rainbow tree. Like, it doesn't seem quite out of place. It's just, it's there and okay, you know? I think this is an actual treehouse with actual stuff in the tree. Oh, it's got a spider spawner. Wait, what was that last thing? Tree of Transformation. I've seen those. Okay, that's what a cicada sounds like, but they don't look like what they are in here. I know there's... I want to see if there's a compass or something in here that I can use that will supposedly point me in the direction of like a big building or something. Because that would be cool. Okay. What did I do? Where is that? Oh, here it is. We're gonna go with no. I find it interesting that of all the mod packs that are out there, the only one that I installed, most of these are very technical mod packs, the only one I installed that has an uncrafting table is the Twilight Forest, which is very interesting. It just, I don't know, it doesn't seem very reasonable. It doesn't make sense to me why out of all the mod packs there are, Twilight Forest has it. This mound has got to be something. There isn't just mounds. Ah, well, maybe there just is. I don't know, I'm being weird. Roots. Live roots. Oh, liver roots. Interesting. Okay, time to get out of here. I guess this isn't survival, so I don't need to be careful. Let's just get out of here. It is useful. I haven't used it yet, mostly because I haven't been crafting things and need to uncraft them. If I was in survival, it'd be very useful. Okay, let's see. Where am I at and where have I been? We're gonna keep going. I can easily teleport back to the waypoint, so I'm not really too worried about getting lost. If I was in survival, I'd be very worried, but at the same time, I'd still have the waypoint. I would just be more careful. Because every time I've played in the Twilight Forest, I've gotten dead. Also, every time I've played in the Twilight Forest, it's been on a server, a survival server, and I haven't had anything. I'm just like, you know, I'm going to jump to the Twilight Forest. Which is kind of stupid, but... Oh, is this a rubber tree? I really hope it's a rubber tree. It is a rubber tree. Okay, so they do spawn in random places that aren't just regular Minecraft. Okay, I'm getting kind of bored. So I think what I'm going to do... Let's see, is this tree hollow too? Is there something at the top? Let's check the top, because last time there was a tree that was big like this. Oh, lag. Okay. That had stuff in it. So, we're going to look around. So why is there light coming out of the tree? Is it because there's just bugs? I think it's because there's just bugs. Yeah, that is true. I can do that. There's not really a clearing, you know, in here. It's easy to do that in. This'll do. So, let's see. The boar, bighorn sheep, wild deer, red cap, swarm spider. That seems intimidating. Naga, skeleton druid, hostile wolf, twilight wraith. That seems... hedge spider. A hydra. Now that's a fun one. Twilight lich. Not a penguin. Not a tiny bird. Not a squirrel. Maze slime. A lot of Mino Shroom. I don't have enough hot bar. Okay, I'll have to come back. Okay. That's probably not a very... He has a lot of health, but I don't think he's dangerous. Interesting. Not very dangerous. Very dangerous. I've seen this and it's very dangerous. Now this one's fun. Because it's so freaking big. It's literally just destroying everything. No, it's not a Minotaur. It's a moosh. Okay. Automod held a message for a reason. Quote, sexual. I'm gonna allow it. Even though you said the Hydra is thick. I'm gonna allow it. Okay, where was I? Oh, hedge spider. Probably not dangerous. Yeah, spider. Dangerous. I can tell you that one's dangerous. That's very dangerous. I would imagine that'd be very dangerous. Probably dangerous, but not quite so much. Well, I don't know. See, that second message came through. Hostile wolf. Okay, that's what I thought it was. Okay, now an actual Minotaur. A death tome. Seems dangerous. A kobold and a mosquito swarm. Red cap sapper. Mist wolf. King spider. These are dangerous, and that kind of bothers me. A ghastling. Wait, what is this thing? King spider. Okay. Oh, it's a... Oh, it's a ghastling. That's really tiny ghast. That actually looks kind of cute. But I doubt it is. That's probably dangerous. I would imagine that'd be dangerous. That just is probably annoying. I'm gonna get out of here from all these stupid things. That doesn't look dangerous. But probably is if it's called a... No, it's just kobold. Interesting. Okay. These are dangerous. I know they're definitely dangerous. And a Minotaur. That just looks stupid. They are ugly. I think it looks like a Five Nights at Freddy bear. Blue and short and well, ugly. I'll clear this out, go back. What was the last thing I touched? The Gastlings. Carmine Golem. Something Border. Something Brooding. Spawn Your Ghast. Block and Chain Golem. Lower Goblin Knight. Helmet Crab, just because I want to see what that is. Night Phantom. Okay, I'm gonna get a sword. So I can... Dude, look at this dude. Ah, this looks stupid. Wait, what is this? Tower wood planks. Okay. Oh, die. Okay. Not an achievement. That's fun. That's fun. Dude, how do you come across one of those? Like, where is that? Okay, let's figure out what this is. Well, that was easy. Let's go see if I can kill this thing. It's not taking any damage. What the heck? Okay, we're gonna leave that around. Okay. Just gonna kind of get out of here. I'm not gonna allow that message to come through. Upper. Oh, did I spawn two? Okay. That was interesting. So you can spawn a goblin knight. Interesting. That's probably dangerous. No, that didn't come through. I think I filtered those pretty heavily. Those kinds of comments. Oh, I already spawned that. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want to get rid of all those items. I can put them... Ooh, these loot bags, I added that too. I don't remember what... Wait, what mod is that? Oh, the loot bag mod. So they're fun because you get random stuff in them from just killing stuff. Okay, we're going to continue on further from all these things that I've already spawned. And spawn a few more. And then I'm going to switch over to my Biomes of Plenty world. Which is... I didn't make this world... Okay, see you later. I'm going to keep going. I didn't get to switch over to my Biomes of Plenty world yet. So, what am I looking for? Oh yeah, I was gonna spawn some more. Thank you. Okay. You know, I'm kind of done. Oh, here we go. This is where a Naga spawns. We'll see if you have a ton of glass swords. How do you craft a glass sword? I guess you just have to find them. That's basically what that's telling me. So I can't. I'm going to deny that. It's another one. There's literally another one, just like hardly any distance away. We're gonna keep heading north. Seems like a good direction to go. Until I run out of stuff. Okay. Oh! Yes, finally, I found a castle. So I've been waiting to find since I got in here. Okay, so I don't remember how to get in. I think you just break in. There's no doors. I'm gonna kinda just bust this open. Nope. I just broke stairs. Okay. We're gonna climb the stairs. Interesting, interesting. Let's just keep going up and looking around at stuff. There's gotta be something more. Soul sand. Interesting. Soul sand is a lamp. I never would have thought of that. That's the highest point. Okay, so there's gotta be something in here besides just maybe we should just go to the top and see what we find by breaking in. It's painting. How many paintings are there? Ah, this is what I was looking for. This dude. He's a... How do you beat this guy? Probably some way to beat him. Well, let's try it. Oh, dang, I should have gotten rid of those. Whatever that was. Seriously? Die. There we go. Well, at least I got something out of this. I mean, technically, I didn't do it by legitimate standards. But this is a creative world. I'm not really doing it for legitimate standards. Another... Okay, so skeleton spawner. Swarm spider, okay. I'm just trying to find a zombie spider spawner so I have a legit reason to. Okay, we're just gonna teleport to waypoint. Waypoints. Teleport. I'm out of here. I just have to wait a bit. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water. I'm thirsty. We're gonna switch back to okay, and so I'm gonna pop all this stuff in my ME system, and then I'm gonna switch over to my Biomes of Plenty world just so I can kind of show off how that world looks. Okay, the rest of the stuff doesn't need to go in there because I already taped that through creative mode. Okay, I'm gonna save and quit the title really quick. Yeah, 68 mods, that's what I thought. I am doing this in 1.7.10 because that is where all the mods that I wanted to use were at. Specifically, what was the one mod oh, Archimedes ships was only in 1.7.10. That was the last, most recent one. That had that 1.7 was the only one that had Archimedes. Was the last version that Archimedes ships was in. So that's what I went with because that's what I was kind of wanting to. That was one of the core mods that I wanted to have. So, Biomes of Plenty has a lot of different, has more biomes included in a generated world, but you have to generate it from Biomes of Plenty world type. So like over here is I don't even know what this is. We're gonna figure out what this is. An ominous woods, which I don't, yeah, and it's from Biomes of Plenty, so it's just it's another one thing that's in Biomes of Plenty that you wouldn't normally see. Oh, rubber trees. Okay, so there's rubber trees from Industrial Craft. You don't normally see these. Let's see. This is a grassland. This is a normal biome. Also, again, there's Dr. Zark's smoke creatures, which is really cool and introduces a lot of new creatures. Just kind of spices things up. The villages are a bit different because of some of the mods added. Because of, like, Tinker's Construct, for some reason, every now and then, forges will end up in town, actually. Sometimes forestry houses appear now with villagers that sell bees and whatnot and stuff related, and they have apiaries in the back, which is all forestry stuff. They also have like these little train stations from Railcraft. There's a lot of, and there's chests with Railcraft related items, and there's rails that go through, as long as a hobbyist steam engine and a rolling machine. Where am I at on the map? Okay, we're gonna keep going this way. This ominous forest is kind of annoying. Oh, this is a really big tree. From Natura. I didn't. This is also another mod that also generates. Is also part of terrain generation. Adds its new trees and whatnot, such as this one. There's also clouds from Natura, which are kind of fun to play around with every now and then, which is fun. One mod I'm thinking of getting is the hang glider mod, which I think would be fun. Um, what is this? Oh, so this must be a maple forest. Yeah, maple woods. The biomes of plenty, if I can find some in the water, also adds coral reefs, which is cool. I want to figure out what this. Oh, it's a water garden. If I can find some coral, that'd be amazing. It is quite plentiful usually, from my experience. If I can find it, that'd be nice. I've already said that a lot. It's probably getting. Oh, there's a kelp forest. I'm gonna get some. Night vision. And water breathing. These are the best 2 potions if you're ever going to go underwater. See, so they have a... Oh, technically it's ocean. But there's kelp from Biomes of Plenty. Ah yeah, there we go. Back up, kelp forest. If we come over here... There's... I've seen these under here, I just don't really know what they are. They're abyssal stone from Railcraft. Yes, here we go. It's a coral reef, and it's got all kinds of coral and glowing coral, which is kind of cool to see in the water at night time. And there's just so many more biomes. I think there's like 50, if I can remember correctly. Which I'm probably not. That's probably too many, or maybe not enough. I'm probably way off. People will probably tell me that later. But yeah, it's quite interesting. So most of the reason I'm doing this is to get people interested in this mod pack and seeing if people would be interested in playing it with me if I got a server for it. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm gonna wrap up this video right here, this stream.